In today's video, we're going to talk about Meta's Muse Spark 1.2 and Muse Code releases and what it means. And if you stay to the end, you'll get a comparison of some Muse Spark 1.2 output against GPT-5.6 Terra. So Meta are definitely back in the AI race, and one thing I did this week was do a bit of testing to see what it was like on a basic use case, just to get a feel for how their new Muse Code harness is working, but also what the Muse Spark 1.2 model is like straight out of the box. I didn't put too much effort into researching how it's working or anything like that. I just had a little problem I wanted to solve. So I have a website called tranche2aml.com, and I wanted to build just a one-page, real simple explanation of AML concepts. So the idea being someone can just scroll down it and in plain technical English understand what's going on, what they need to comply with, how the stuff works, and they can click off to the official guidance. In order to do that, I went off into Muse Code, installed it, set up the API key, and added my billing details. And there's two options here which people should be aware of. They have a contributor level where if you let Meta train on your data, you can pay much, much less. I don't normally do that. I prefer zero data retention endpoints. So I paid a little bit more than some of the other people testing this out recently have done so. But to my mind, I think that what I got for just prompting it like a casual vibe coder would and not a developer, because I'm not a developer, I think I got a reasonable output at the end of my coding session. So you can see here, I spent about $17 on the whole thing, and this is what it looked like in the end. Now, is this the most beautiful, amazing thing? No, it's not, and I think maybe there's some more fine-tuning around taste and design that is needed, but I think that it's a reasonable showing, and it's probably only 6 months behind where some of the top models are. And if they're only 6 months behind, then what does that mean for competition in the AI space? I think that Meta is very much in the game. Would I use this model for everyday usage? Probably not, but I'm going to be using it for code review, and I'm also going to be using it for some smaller tasks, just to push it and get more comfortable with it and see how Muse Code is as a coding harness. Now, my normal coding harness I'm using at the moment for almost everything is OMP or the Codex app itself. And what I'll do is I'll just show you what a output from GPT-5.6 Terra looks like, just so you can understand, I guess, the taste and design differences that some of these models are coming up with. So as you can see here, it looks quite a bit better, and this was just a one-shot prompt. Whereas to get what I got out of Muse Spark 1.2, I had to go back and forth quite a bit to refine it to more of what I actually wanted. Now, I could have done that with the GPT 5.6 Terra, but I just wanted to quickly show those differences. Now, if you think about this second tier of models and the capability they have, a lot of businesses are thinking carefully about cost per task at the moment. Would you want to have Muse Spark 1.2 doing your most critical workflows? No, but I think there's a ton of agentic workflows it'd be completely fine for. If you had it as your code review agent, if you had it running some agentic workflows that are a little bit simpler and more well documented, so it's got clear instructions on how to follow. I found that the sub-agents, because I wasn't asking it for a really complex thing, I needed to manually invoke the use of sub-agents more, and it obviously racked up the spend a lot faster, because when you're using sub-agents, obviously you've got multiple threads consuming tokens via API endpoint. Now, this is something which I think a lot of business owners need to think a bit more carefully about. If you have an API token budget at the moment, you can't be sending everything to Fable 5, Opus 5, GPT 5.6 Sol. You need to be thinking carefully about, am I sending each task to the right model for the right cost to actually justify the intelligence needed to solve the problem? And I think one of the lessons which I think people should take out of this testing and everything else that we're learning from models like Muse Spark 1.2, like Grok 0.5, like Kimi K3, is that there is a whole world of capability that exists outside of OpenAI and Anthropic, and it's well worth testing it out yourself and seeing how you find it. So I'm definitely going to be using Muse Spark 1.2 a little bit more, and I'm going to put more effort into trying to test out Muse Code as a coding harness. It's definitely not there yet, but I can see that in 6 months' time, it's going to be extremely competitive if they keep iterating on it at the pace they're doing right now. If you're interested in more commentary like this, hit the like and subscribe. Drop a comment below. Have you tried out Muse Spark? Have you tried out Muse Code? What do you think about them? Let me know in the comments. I look forward from hearing from you, and I'll see you in the next video.